Hey, Henry, it's Marcy. I just wanted to let you know we're just waiting for Mike to get here before we start the meeting.
Great. Thanks, Marcy. Hope you're
Yeah,
having a good
no
day.
worries. Okay, thanks. Hey, Del, I just wanted to let you know we're just waiting for Mike to get here before we start, but we've got Deb here and myself, and we're just waiting for Mike.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Hopefully soon. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome to our final meeting for the City of Colwood Council Remuneration meeting. It is good Lord, 2:38, and I'll call the meeting to order. And I would call for movement of to accept the agenda for today. Let's see, Deb and then Henry. Those in favor? Del, you in favor?
Yes.
Is. Seeing none opposed, our agenda is accepted. I'll now call for adoption of the minutes from the June 2nd. Yes, June 2nd meeting. Deb has moved, seconder.
I second it.
Thank you, Del. Henry, are you in favor? He is. Seeing none opposed, our passed. Thank you very much, everyone. And before we get going on new business and handing it over to Marcy, I just want to say this has been a real pleasure. Thank you to our committee members. Thank you to the staff for supporting us. Amanda's not here either, but this is the first time I've gone through a process like this, and it really has been a pleasure and eye-opening. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you. Marcy, you have the floor.
Thank you. So attached to your agenda is a copy of the Council Remuneration Review Committee report. I have compiled it based on all of the conversations from your past meetings. There is a table of contents. I have not attached all the appendices because you've all had copies of those, but when it does get forwarded to our CAO, they will be attached to it. So it has a general background of information in the report, along with your terms of reference, how the approach was done, how you found the results from comparative municipalities, and the conversations that you had that based what your options are that are coming forward with your recommendations and rationale. So at the end, I've provided, based on the last conversation, 4 different options. Option 1 was a one-time increase based on a 3.09 per capita. So for a total amount of 58,589 for the mayor. And what I'll actually do when I finalize this report is actually put the amount in, specifically the 50% for council. And the 3 tiered options of approach right through to the next election. If that's primarily it, there's a summary of the recommendations on the last page of the report. And that also included within your recommendation was that what I've got from the committee was that you would like to continue with an independent committee to review council remuneration every 4 years during the last year of the term of each council. So I'm hoping that you can all take time to look through that and provide any changes that you may wish to put forward prior to presenting it to our CAO, who will then present it to council, hopefully at the July 11th council meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcy. I admit I have glanced through the document as you presented, but have not read in great detail. But what I do see there does reflect what it was that we talked about. And yeah, just as a general comment, I had nothing that I recommended that we change or amend. I'll open the floor to discussion.
Yeah, I've read through it. I'll just speak.
Sorry, Amanda, would you mind just asking IT to switch it to button because it's not working right now?
While they do that, would Henry and Del, did you have any comments? And then
Yeah, I had a review of the document and I in my correspondence. It is in alignment with our discussions as well. I think the one item that was kind of left was the health benefits. I think we decided that we were kind of status quo was the best route on that basis. Right now, there is no one taking up on the health benefits, but they're there if someone chooses to partake. So
Thank you.
no further comment on that.
Yep. Marcy, you wanted to say something?
I just wanted to add some further clarification. So for the health benefits, the ones that are offered are through the UBCM program, it would require a minimum of 3 members of council in order to join that benefits program. Just so you know. So if there was only one that wanted to join a benefits program at this time, that would not be something that would be able to be done.
Noted. Thank you. That's a good note.
That's remarkably flexible from a group benefit standpoint. It used normally a minimum of 50%, so 3 would still be below that threshold. Henry, did you have any comments?
I have, thanks, Mike. I have one, but before I do, is Deb's IT issue corrected? She can go first if she would like.
It should be corrected now.
Go ahead, Henry.
Henry, go ahead.
Sorry, just unmuting there. Yeah, I'm thankful for this documentation. I think it fully reflects what we've discussed over the last couple months. So I appreciate the accuracy that was documented in here. Just one additional idea I have for the very end of the document relates to the review in 4 years' time. And just, I wonder whether we wanted to put any flexibility in here so that there is no pressure of that dooming date at the end. Whether we have any verbiage we want to add to it to say, well, if it wasn't done in 2026, then 2027 will continue as in the same rate or anything like that, so that there is some flexibility as to when the next review is.
If I may, I think what I heard, Henry, is that you wanted to add some language that would allow the council to continue with the scaled increase if they chose not to have a review.
Yeah.
What do the other panelists feel about that? Deb is nodding.
I'm amenable to that. Yeah.
My only comment would be to Marcy, if there's any legislation around that, like does it have to be reviewed every 4 years?
It doesn't necessarily have to be, but if this was something that the committee did recommend and council endorsed, I was planning on including it within their bylaw. So it would, trigger that it gets reviewed prior to each election. So you can add some flexibility if you'd rather it not be included in there, that it just maybe be a part of the terms of reference and that it's encouraged to be reviewed every 4 years.
By my understanding, since this is really just a recommendation and council can do whatever they want anyway, nothing that we say would be binding at all. So while I understand what you're saying, Henry, I don't know that it would enhance the document any by adding that. Is that fair?
Yeah, Mike, that's fair. I just thought I'd ask, but it's not something I'm like held on to or anything, but so it's something I thought we should have a discussion on.
Okay, thank you. And Deb, your comments?
Yeah, I don't have any additions or edits to Marcy's document, Marcy's report. I think it's very thorough and reflects our discussions and recommendations very nicely. Thank you. Thanks for your time preparing that.
Okay, thank you everyone for your comments. So then Marcy, at this point, since we're not making any recommendations to change, do we then vote to accept the document as you presented to us?
Correct. If you're fine with that, we can just accept it and that you recommend that it be forwarded to our Chief Administrative Officer to be presented to council.
Thank you. So at this point, I'm going to ask for motion to accept the document and its referral to the COO for presentation to council. A mover, please. Henry, and it looks like Dale was ready for a second. And Deb, do you concur? Seeing none opposed, then I so move that we accept the documentation and recommend that it be forwarded to the COO for recommendation to council. Thank you. Any other new business?
Are you supposed to hit the gavel there?
I think that's reserved for someone that actually has a mandate from the people. Well, in light of that then, and since it's a lovely sunny afternoon and I don't have a job, I'm going to move that we adjourn our meeting. So I will ask for someone to move. Deb, and seconded by Henry.
I'll move to, but I just want to say thank you to you, Mike, for leading this committee and doing a great job as such. If there's more committees in the future with the four of us, I'd welcome the opportunity to work with Deb and Del and you again.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And it's been, as I said, a pleasure to work with everyone.
Well said, Henry. Thanks. It's been a pleasure.
Good. All right. So seeing none opposed, then our meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much for your participation.
Thank you.
Great.
All right.
Thanks so much, everybody. Really appreciate it.